Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching this from. Welcome. This is Zainabu. I'm bringing you your Motivational Mondays. You are extraordinary. And really, today, I just want to stop by really quick to bring you all some encouraging message for what it may be worth. For those of us who are in the areas where we're being affected by the coronavirus, whether it's someone who's personally infected or just being affected by all the changes that are happening around us due to it, one way or the other. If you're in an area or in a country where it's an outbreak, you're being affected, whether it be financially, health wise, or just in any aspect of life, young, old, black, white, whatever. We are all being affected by this because obviously, as they're saying, I don't really know too much of the whole health aspect of this, so I'm not going to be here and try to be an expert on it because none of us are per se. In this case, they're saying this is new, but nonetheless, our lives are being affected by it. So for me, I just want to take some time to encourage everyone. I know there's a lot of panic and frenziness going on out there, but I feel like in this moment of, in these times, really, it's a time to be able to find ways how we can be good to one another, how we can be of help and support to one another. Because for me, if nothing else, what it's making me think about a lot. And it's times like this as well where I believe good, something great can come of something that seems to be so bad, and just affecting everybody's lives. So I'm thinking of it this way in even for the future, because this was something that none of us was expecting. And now we find ourselves, life is shifting, things are changing. People maybe with kids, schools are closing and finding a way and trying to find a way to navigate through life, through this process, through this whole coronavirus situation, because no one knows when the end is going to come. And for me, what it's really making me think about a lot is my own financial being, my own financial state. There are many people who are truly just not prepared to face this financially. So it's going to affect people's lives greatly. And it's making me think about, like I said, my own life, how I need to even be more and better prepared for something like this happening again. Because who knows? Things may be shutting down. We may have to be in our homes. I personally have decided I'm just going to buy me a huge bag of rice and have it in the house. If I have to eat that for 2 months, hopefully not. But nonetheless, it really allows me to reflect on my own personal being, my own state of being financially, because um, what would happen maybe if I don't have a job, or even if, with that job, I don't know how long it's going to be able to sustain me. So really putting ourselves in positions after all of this is said and done, because the reality is many of us want that once this is over, we're going to go back to living life as usual and not really thinking about what can we do to prepare ourselves financially, from a health mental state. What can we do in case something like this to happen again a year from now, 10 years from now, which I know there will, because for me, there's other aspect of it spiritually. It's an argument or what have you that I'm not going to get into, but I do believe spiritually, these are things also that are spoken about in the Bible, but that's another conversation for another day. I'm not going to get into it. We will see these things, disasters, famine, pestilence, all these things happening. But again, like I said, this message is really not for that. It's just my own personal belief on it. So while there's panic going on, I just want you to stay encouraged, be positive, whatever it is that you're able to do in being able to minimize the spreading of it. Let's do that, or however way we can be of help to one another and continuing to stay encouraged and being hopeful and being faithful that whatever the cure is, if they're able to find a cure, there will be a cure before this spreads any more than it already is, and affecting our lives more than it already is. So just stay calm. For me, I'm doing my best to stay away from the news. That's just my own personal way of doing things. You have your own way of doing things. That's up to you. But for me, and not watching too much of the news, yes, it's good to be in the know, but at the same time, don't let it consume your mind and consume your life so much that it'll create even more fear in you, which in turn will also cause you more health issues. So just try to find a way to stay positive, stay encouraged, and continue to be of good to one another. So everyone, extraordinary people, I know all of this too shall pass. And after this, and even during this, let us continue to think about and reflect on what can we do right now in this moment to prepare ourselves financially, emotionally, health wise, in any aspect that could essentially affect us greatly. How can we prepare for the next one that we do not know of may come? So go out there today, go create something extraordinary because you are extraordinary.